Caracals, also known as the Persian lynx or African lynx, are truly mesmerizing animals that have captured the hearts of wildlife enthusiasts worldwide. While many people have never heard of them, those who have encountered these remarkable cats will remember them forever. Today we'll give you the complete Caracal guide. Everything you need to know about these extraordinary felines that have become internet sensations, particularly through the famous Big Floppa meme. Caracals are native to vast expanses of arid and semi-arid landscapes across multiple continents. Over the years, they have established homes throughout Africa, the Middle East, Central Asia, and even parts of northwestern India and Pakistan. These adaptable cats have evolved to thrive in some of the world's most challenging environments, from the scorching deserts of Africa to the mountainous regions of Central Asia. As far as caracals are concerned, the drier the climate, the better suited they are to survive. Well, not exactly bone dry, but they have evolved remarkable adaptations that allow them to subsist on very little water. One such country that the caracal calls home is the Kingdom of Lesotho, which it shares with a handful of other magnificent big cats including the Transvaal lion, the African leopard, and the South African cheetah. While it may not have the grandest reputation among its larger feline companions, the caracal certainly takes the prize for the most endearing cat in Lesotho and quite possibly the world. These cats demonstrate remarkable adaptability across diverse habitats. In Asia, caracals inhabit territories spanning from the Middle East to central India and extending up to the Caspian Sea and southern Turkey. They have been recorded at impressive altitudes in semi-arid mountain ranges and are known to inhabit evergreen and montane forests in several parts of their range. Their distribution extends from South Africa in the south to Morocco, Algeria, and Tunisia in North Africa, with significant populations thriving in East and West Africa. As solitary animals, caracals are typically found alone, though they may occasionally be spotted in mating pairs. Many wildlife guides incorrectly state that caracals are diurnal, but they are actually predominantly nocturnal, meaning they are most active during the nighttime hours. This nocturnal behavior makes them particularly challenging to observe in the wild, adding to their mysterious and elusive nature. Many people who fantasize about encountering caracals are particularly captivated by their striking appearance and impressive size. Caracals possess a robust build with long legs, relatively short tails, and distinctively long canine teeth. Their coat displays a uniform reddish tan or sandy coloration, while their ventral parts are lighter with small reddish markings. The most recognizable feature of any caracal is undoubtedly their magnificent ears, topped with distinctive long black tufts that can grow up to 1.75 inches in length. Everyone falls in love with the appearance of caracal kittens, and who wouldn't? These young cats are absolutely adorable and irresistibly quirky. However, potential owners must remember that these kittens eventually grow into substantial cats. Fully grown caracals can weigh as much as 50 pounds, though most males typically reach around 40 pounds and females around 30 pounds. Adults can grow up to 32 inches in length and stand at an impressive 21 inches at the shoulder. Some sources indicate that large males can weigh as much as 40 pounds, while females typically weigh between 25 to 35 pounds. These cats reach lengths of up to 91 centimeters, and their size varies considerably between sexes, with males consistently being larger and heavier than females. Their medium-sized stature makes them the largest member of Africa's small cats, and certainly the most formidable. This impressive size, combined with their athletic build, makes them incredibly capable predators in their natural habitat. Caracals reach sexual maturity relatively quickly compared to larger cats. Both males and females become sexually mature between 7 to 10 months of age, though they typically won't successfully reproduce until they reach 14 to 15 months. Once they reach reproductive maturity, caracals breed throughout the year, which represents an excellent survival mechanism that allows them to adapt to varying environmental conditions. The gestation period for caracals lasts between 2 to 3 months, resulting in litters of 1 to 6 kittens. In the wild, juvenile caracals leave their mothers at approximately 9 to 10 months of age, though most become independent and capable of caring for themselves before they reach their first birthday. By this time, they have nearly reached their full adult size and have developed all the necessary hunting and survival skills required for independent living. Caracal kittens begin opening their eyes on their first day of life, but it takes 6 to 10 days for their eyes to open completely. They are weaned at approximately 10 weeks and remain with their mothers for up to a full year. The young cats attain sexual maturity between 12 to 16 months of age. The average lifespan of captive caracals reaches nearly 16 years, while the maximum captive longevity recorded was just over 20 years for a wild-born female raised in a captive environment. Some sources indicate that Caracals in captivity can live up to 19 years. Wild Caracals typically live between 10 to 12 years, which aligns with various other types of wild cats such as Canada lynx and wildcats. Their lifespan in the wild is slightly longer than cougars but somewhat shorter than servals. Caracals exhibit fascinating behavioral patterns that reflect their wild heritage. While mating pairs can be observed together during breeding season, Caracals are predominantly solitary creatures that hunt independently. They demonstrate exceptional tree climbing abilities, a skill that allows them to approach unsuspecting birds and capture them directly from their perches or nests. They are also proficient diggers, creating burrows that serve as safe havens for kittens to develop until they become large enough to live independently. These remarkable cats have been tamed and utilized for hunting since the time of ancient Egypt, but this represents taming in the loosest possible sense. This historical use does not mean they are evolutionarily programmed for domestication. The vast majority of Caracals live in the wild and hunt for their own prey, maintaining their natural instincts and behaviors. Adult Caracals typically dwell alone or, less commonly, in pairs. Females inhabit relatively small home ranges, varying from 5 to 57 square kilometers, depending on local prey availability. While females actively defend their territories against other females, males roam over much larger areas of 19 to 220 square kilometers with considerable territorial overlap. In Israel, male territories average 220 square kilometers, while female territories average 57 square kilometers. In Saudi Arabia, male territories can vary from 270 to 1,116 square kilometers. Caracals are impressively powerful cats that demonstrate remarkable athletic abilities. A caracal can reach 3 feet in length and weigh up to 40 pounds, with males consistently being heftier than females. Both sexes are incredibly powerful and fast, making them formidable predators in their natural environment. These wild cats are large enough to defend themselves and ward off threats, but not quite large enough to compete directly with apex predators like tigers and lions. One of the most spectacular abilities of Caracals is their incredible jumping capacity. These cats can leap more than 3 meters high into the air to catch birds in flight. They can even twist and change direction mid-air, demonstrating extraordinary agility and coordination. Some sources indicate they can jump up to 4.5 meters high to capture flying prey. This remarkable leaping ability, combined with their excellent climbing skills, makes them incredibly effective hunters similar to leopards. Caracals can reach impressive running speeds of up to 50 miles per hour, allowing them to outrun animals such as antelopes and ostriches. They are territorial and primarily nocturnal creatures, skilled and tenacious climbers, and capable diggers with the ability to defend themselves against predators twice their size. All of these characteristics mean that encountering an aggressive caracal in the wild would be an extremely dangerous situation. The distinctive long ears of Caracals are incredibly sensitive to sound and represent one of their most remarkable adaptations. Approximately 20 separate muscles control their pointed ears, helping them detect even the slightest sounds in their environment. In comparison, humans have only 6 muscles in their ears. This allows Caracals to move and tilt their ears independently, adjusting them precisely to listen to sound waves from potential prey. The long black tufts at the ear tips serve multiple important functions. Contrary to some misinformation, these tufts do not primarily funnel sound into the ears. Instead, they help Caracals judge wind direction and speed when stalking prey close to the ground. The tufts may also help keep flies away from the cat's face or assist in camouflaging the caracal in tall grass by breaking up the outline of the cat's head. However, the most widely accepted theory suggests that Caracals twitch their ear tufts as a method of communication with other Caracals. The conspicuous ear tufts and facial markings often serve as visual communication methods. Caracals have been observed interacting with each other by moving their heads from side to side, causing the tufts to flicker rapidly. Like other cats, Caracals produce a range of vocalizations including meowing, growling, hissing, spitting, and purring. Unusually, they also make a distinctive barking sound, which researchers believe may be used as a warning signal. Like an economical vehicle that doesn't require frequent refueling, Caracals can survive significantly longer than their feline cousins without access to water. Thanks to an advanced water storage system and an advantageous ability to extract every bit of moisture from their food, Caracals can safely survive extended periods without drinking. This specialized adaptation allows them to undertake long-distance journeys across dry, arid landscapes while searching for food. In essence, Caracals can roam much farther from water sources, enabling them to hunt in areas away from the competition of lions and leopards. Caracals have adapted to thrive in extremely hot climates, with their activity patterns closely tied to temperature. Research in South Africa demonstrated that caracals are most active when air temperatures drop below 20 degrees Celsius, with activity typically ceasing at higher temperatures. This temperature sensitivity explains their predominantly nocturnal behavior in many regions. Caracals are strictly carnivorous predators with diverse and impressive hunting capabilities. The bulk of their diet consists of hares, rodents, small monkeys, hyraxes, antelopes, and various birds, particularly doves and partridges. Larger mammals that fall prey to caracals include mountain gazelles, geronooks, mountain reedbucks, and springboks. Geographic location significantly influences dietary variation, with African caracals typically consuming larger animals while Asian populations tend to focus more heavily on rodents. Caracals demonstrate remarkable hunting efficiency and waste nothing from their kills. They often store leftovers in trees and bushes, similar to leopards. These cats are known for their spectacular bird hunting abilities, capable of snatching birds directly from flight, sometimes capturing multiple birds simultaneously. Their exceptional jumping and climbing abilities enable them to catch hyraxes more effectively than probably any other carnivore. The hunting strategy employed by caracals involves stalking their prey until they are within approximately 5 meters, then launching into a sudden sprint and leap. They kill smaller prey with a precise bite to the nape of the neck, while larger animals are dispatched by biting the throat and then raking with their claws. Caracals sometimes cover larger prey if they cannot consume the entire carcass in a single feeding session, returning to finish their meal later. Mammals generally comprise at least 80% of the caracal's diet, with the remaining percentage consisting of lizards, snakes, and insects. In western India, rodents make up a significant portion of their diet. Caracals focus on the most abundant prey species available in their territory. Occasionally, they consume grasses and grapes, which help clear their immune system and stomach of parasites. Caracals are highly territorial animals that mark their domains using various scent marking techniques. They leave their feces in visible locations and mark territory by spraying urine onto bushes or logs, or raking it into the ground with their hind feet. Claw scratching is prominent in their territorial marking behavior, though they typically do not form dung middens. Territory sizes vary dramatically based on geographic location and prey availability. In Israel, male territories average 220 square kilometers, while female territories average 57 square kilometers. Male territories in Saudi Arabia can range from 270 to 1,116 square kilometers. In Mountain Zebra National Park, female home ranges vary between 4.0 and 6.5 square kilometers. These territories often overlap extensively, particularly among males. The question of whether caracals can be handled or kept as pets is complex and controversial. In theory, caracals can be handled from a young age and potentially maintained as adults, though they exhibit well-mannered behavior only on their own terms. You cannot initiate affection at any moment with these cats, as they play and interact according to their own preferences. When they do engage in play, they can be destructive and rambunctious. Caracals are notorious for attacking livestock but rarely attack humans directly. Many people argue that caracals can be cared for in a manner similar to traditional domesticated house cats with regular levels of safety and affection, but the risk of aggressive behavior cannot be completely eliminated. Unlike domestic cats that have evolved alongside humans for thousands of years, caracals remain inherently wild. Their instincts are perfectly tuned for survival in harsh environments, not for companionship in living rooms. Even when raised from kittenhood, these cats don't respond to affection or discipline in predictable ways. Behavioral issues such as aggression, territorial spraying, or attacking small animals tend to emerge regardless of training efforts. Their entire psychology is built around independence and territorial control, making them fundamentally incompatible with typical home life. For those considering caracal ownership, the practical requirements are enormous. To meet their needs as wild animals, potential owners must provide large outdoor areas spanning several acres for the caracal to roam, explore, and play. This area should be high-fence and completely secure. If someone raises a caracal from a very young age, it might be tame enough not to destroy indoor furniture, though it will still relish opportunities to capture birds from trees and low-flying situations. However, housing a caracal that has previously lived in captivity presents significant challenges. Such animals require extremely forgiving captive environments and are unlikely to adjust well to new situations. Caracals lack a homing instinct, meaning they will not return if they escape from their enclosure. For this reason, experts recommend constructing roofed enclosures, though installing a roof over several acres represents a massive undertaking for private owners. A grown caracal can consume as much as 3 pounds of meat daily, requiring more protein than most commercially produced cat foods can provide. Feeding a caracal a complete and balanced diet typically requires working closely with a veterinarian to develop a customized nutrition plan. The costs associated with proper caracal care, including routine expenses, veterinary care, and unexpected emergencies, far exceed those of domestic cat ownership. Caracals have gained significant cultural recognition in recent years, particularly through internet culture and the famous Big Floppa meme. Big Floppa is based on a caracal named Gregory who lives in Moscow, Russia. His owner posted pictures of him online in 2019, and people immediately fell in love with his distinctive appearance and amusing expressions. Soon, Gregory became known as Big Floppa across social media platforms. The caracal's popularity has grown rapidly on social media, with fans creating memes, drawings, and even merchandise featuring these distinctive cats. Big Floppa has inspired t-shirts, memes, GIFs, fan art, illustrations, and collectible items. This phenomenon demonstrates how a single photograph can evolve into a global internet trend, representing a fascinating example of modern internet culture and humor. While caracals are globally listed as least concerned by the IUCN Red List, this classification masks serious regional conservation challenges. In India and Pakistan, these magnificent cats are teetering on the brink of extinction, with only a few known adults remaining in India. The steep decline in these regions results from habitat destruction, human-wildlife conflict, and retaliatory hunting following livestock losses. Recent conservation efforts have yielded encouraging results. In 2025, researchers celebrated the first-ever recording of caracals in India's Mukundra Hills Tiger Reserve, marking the return of a species that hadn't been seen in that region for 20 years. This discovery, captured by trail cameras, represents a significant conservation victory and demonstrates the importance of protected areas for wildlife recovery. The caracal's secretive and solitary nature makes population monitoring extremely challenging. They move silently through their territories, never traveling in groups larger than pairs, making them difficult to study and easy to overlook. In many areas of southern Africa, caracals and black-backed jackals are often the only wild predators remaining, as larger predators like lions, hyenas, leopards, cheetahs, and African wild dogs have been eliminated. Caracals represent one of nature's most remarkable success stories in terms of adaptability and survival. These extraordinary cats have managed to thrive across diverse habitats spanning multiple continents, from the scorching deserts of Africa to the mountainous regions of Central Asia. Their impressive physical capabilities, sophisticated hunting strategies, and remarkable adaptations make them truly exceptional members of the feline family. Whether you're fascinated by their incredible jumping abilities, intrigued by their mysterious nocturnal behavior, or simply captivated by their distinctive ear tufts and striking appearance, caracals continue to amaze wildlife enthusiasts around the world. While they may have gained internet fame through the beloved Big Floppa meme, these cats deserve recognition and respect for their remarkable wild heritage and the important ecological roles they play in their natural habitats. Understanding caracals helps us appreciate the incredible diversity of wild cats and the importance of conservation efforts to protect these magnificent creatures for future generations. Their story reminds us that even in our modern world, there are still wild places where these extraordinary predators can thrive, hunt, and continue their ancient dance of survival. If you found this comprehensive guide to caracals informative and engaging, please subscribe to our channel and share this video with anyone who would benefit from learning about these amazing wild cats. Your support helps us continue creating detailed content about the fascinating world of wildlife and conservation.